legit. Anything you want.
Out of sight, gold and silver curiously missing as U.S. deep state and globalists throw a chaos party. Have gold and silver been unfriended, or is there something much worse going on, like chains and torture in a dark, damp basement? No, nada. Nothing. Not one thing. That's what I'm saying. Because you know what they say? If you do not have anything nice to say, then do not say anything at all. So I'm zipping my lips. I ain't saying nothing. Not even a peep. Don't speak. At all. Yup. Like that. That's how it is. I sit here dazed again. This time from all the vomiting. This week it was induced by the Fed. First things first, however, because this is important. This next point cannot be stated enough, so please read it twice. Our problems do not stem from only the Fed and the central banks. People are quick to only lay the blame on the central bankers. Yet evil people are not born out of asexual reproduction. Perhaps you've heard it takes two to flamenco? The bankers are only half of the problem. The other half is the government. It really is a very sick orgy. I can't stomach it at all. For now, the Fed. In the chute. They are. It is. The Fed has been in the news all week long, starting with a Sunday evening 60 Minutes primetime television interview. That interview has now been dubbed the Three Fed Stooges, though I think that label lets the Fed off too easy. From Monday on, it has been the Fed this or the Fed that, and quite frankly, it's rather mentally draining. It really ain't easy listening to the nasty yapping of disgusting pieholes without your head exploding. I have only justifiably bad things to say about any of the Fed's words and actions, so I say nothing. That said, I do have an open letter to the Fed that's percolating in the back of my mind. It's damning, and I'm certain its writing will be like self-induced, gut-wrenching torture. So I'm just going to let it sit and percolate, little by little, in the back of my mind. Suffice to say, the Fed has shown its cards, yet gold and silver don't respond. But a flailing Federal Reserve is not the only contributor to the chaos. This week's been full of chaos, as if chaos has thrown a party. Venezuela got invited, but they really did not have a choice. Those poor folks are going, whether they like it or not. The Washington, D.C. swamp is at the chaos party. A plane crashed en route to the chaos party. And there are micro-parties within parties. Like the micro-party in New Zealand. Yet with everything going on. From geopolitical chaos. To DC political chaos. Economic chaos. Market chaos. Attendance? Not silver. Or gold. Nope. The chaos party has really gotten started, and if this world were either normal or sane, gold and silver would be the life of the party. But they're not. Nor that of the world. World's gone full foobar. Gold and silver ain't at the party. So where could gold and silver be? I'll tell you, for I know where they are. They're chained to a wall in the basement. Held against their will, raped, sodomized and tortured. Over and over, gold and silver are used and abused to no end. There is this funny characteristic about chains, however. And those who don't know this will know it real soon. The chain is hardened, and yes, it is taking years. Eventually, however, the chain will surely snap. And it will not snap gracefully or quietly. When that chain snaps, look out. Gold and silver will rush upstairs. And crash the chaos party. But for now, well, yeah. Those damn chains. Working for now. It's temporary. The party? Almost? Yes. The gold-to-silver ratio has become even more extreme in the last 2 days, however, once the truth comes out about how scarce silver actually is, the GSR will make Bitcoin's crash look like a dip. Sure, gold is up slightly this week, and is, as of 1 p.m. EST on Friday, above $1,300. The question is how long will it take for gold to snap back once the cartel smashes the yellow metal below its major moving averages? It looks like silver will answer that question before gold will, While I do think silver will hold the line at $15, I'm not very optimistic right now. Speaking of holding the line at 15, palladium is building some solid support at the psychologically important whole number, $1,500. Platinum is ready to paint a golden cross on its daily chart. While the choppy price action is in fact ugly, platinum is still up on the week. Copper is still building a strong base at $2.90, though the textbook says we need to come down to test support at $2.80. Crude oil's daily price ranges have been pretty tight, though it looks like we're setting up to break out above $60, possibly even next week. At this point, the stock market is worse than a total sham. The market manipulators are truly spitting in our faces as they walk by us, and they're quite literally laughing at us all the way to the bank, and it kinda makes me feel, what is that word, never mind, because I almost had something not nice to say. Of course, force was totally unnecessary, but they shot VIX in the face again. It could very well be that the hardest part about all of this is, even if there are 2 or 3 people in this world who actually do give a shit about how the government and the Fed are inflicting serious economic and financial hardship, misery and suffering on the people, nobody has the balls to do anything about it. King Dollar seemingly doesn't want to let go of its perverted grip on power. In my opinion, the deep state, globalists won't just slowly loosen the dollar's grip on power, so instead, the dollar will simply be taken behind the woodshed and shot in the face. But unlike VIX, the dollar ain't getting shot with no dang tranquilizer dart, but rather, it's 50 calories, the rifle's magazine fed, it has got a sweet rail with a freakin' red dot sight, and oh yeah, the cartridge has been sprinkled with the ashen remains of Willie Pete, you know, because why would you not shoot the king in the face behind the woodshed without having the visual pleasure of enjoying, if for only a split second, tiny bits of face melting down in midair right after the head explodes. The bond market has been setting up for the bottom to fall out on yield. We need crisis so the GOVT and Fed can come to our rescue. Look, I'm mentally drained, and frankly, I've been out of it for a couple weeks. Still, it is very important to not lose sight of the big picture in all of this. That big picture is that the US and global chaos party is in full swing. It will end very badly, and likely much quicker than people think. Gold and silver are more important now than, well, maybe ever. So we can't lose sight of the big picture in gold and silver. For just like with airplanes falling from the sky, nobody will be getting a second chance. People either know that, or they don't. If they know it, they must act on it. If they don't act on it, well then, people must pick their sides. For when the chains snap, it will be a total wrath. Like never before. I picked a side. With silver. And gold. You?